and just you can put it on my head. All right, we're gonna do this in 10 minutes, and then we're gonna stop.
Why is he taking a picture?
We're doing this because I have to do it for a training. It's not for you
Can you
guys.
not watch the meme?
I'm gonna save this video, and then when you're famous, I'm gonna sell it for a lot of money. This is what you look like just before you got really famous. All right, what we're gonna do today is we're taking a practice crossover exam. Now, we have been, Nick, do that for him, not to. Go back. Okay? We did. We practiced a crossover question with our dear friends Snowball and Napoleon. We compared the two battles, the Battle of the Windmill and the Battle of the Woodshed. That was like a crossover. Today we're going to practice one. While you are doing that, what I want us to practice today are annotations.
What's an annotation?
Okay? When you read, how many of you guys have ever read a book, you read through an entire page, and then all of a sudden you realize, I have no idea what I just read? Who's that happened to? Just half of us? Oh,
I can't
okay.
remember.
I'm not thinking.
It happens to me all the time. And what you do to combat that is you actually interact with the text somehow. You talk to it. You tell it things. You take an emotional interest in it. And how you do that is you ask questions, you put question marks, you underline important words. You look for clues within the text, try to figure out what it is saying. If you are more active, if you are moving more, you're going to remember it more. Okay, so what I want us to look at are this little guide for annotations. Look where it says before reading. All right.
Wait, which one?
So this sheet right here. Before reading. Number 1 says discover. What type of text is this? Is this fiction or nonfiction? Is it a novel, short story, or novella? Is it a poem or play? Is it a speech or script? Is it an article or an excerpt? Look at Valentine for Earnest Man. What is this?
My
It is-
best friend.
It is a poem. Hopefully not your best friend.
Well, there you go.
All right. Jada, why don't you read number 2? What's this title?
Before you even get into reading the text, react to the title and make predictions. What do you think the text is about? What inferences can you make when just looking at the title? What images come to mind?
I don't know about you guys, but when I encounter a title, I usually just skip it entirely and don't pay attention to it. But I don't know, just the big text, I don't notice it. I just move right beyond it. But when I do see that title, the title gives you a lot of clues what it's about. Let's look closely at the title of this poem. What are the important words of this poem?
A reader's guide to annotation. Valentine.
Not that one. Yeah, the poem that passed up.
Valentine.
Yeah, that's kind of a strange word. It's a Valentine, apparently. So let's underline the word Valentine. Now, who's it for?
Ernest.
Now, look carefully. Earnest Man. Is there anything strange about that name?
Honest.
It sounds stupid.
Yeah, earnest means honest, right? And what's man?
Man.
It's a man, like me. I'm a man.
There you go.
Like,
Chris, you're not a man.
So,
I pay
earnest
bills. I'm a man.
man.
there
Okay,
you do.
so we have some key words here. Valentine. So somehow this poem is like a Valentine, and it's addressed to a person named Earnest Man.
I'm Ernest.
So honest, earnest man. Okay,
I'm a man.
and then finally, another thing to look at is background information. Is there any background information you need to know before reading this piece? What is the context of the text? Okay, what do you need to know? What background information might you need to know?
The Valentine.
Yeah, what's a Valentine? Good, that's all I was thinking. You know what a Valentine
What's
is?
an earnest man?
What's an earnest man?
An earnest man is a man who earns money and gets the kicks.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm not sure that's what the dictionary
That's
says.
me. I'm a player, dog.
Okay,
Content is a whole.
good, Nick. Alright, now,
I get you guys.
so here's what I want to try. This side of the room, I want you to look at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of during reading. So you're going to circle words you don't know. You're going to ask questions, make
Ask me
predictions.
questions.
The poem, so you might put a question mark, or actually write a question off to the side. Mark lines or passages you find confusing with a question mark. Box the setting of the story or text and note why you think it's significant. So if something's important, I want you to make a note of it, put a star by it. So that's 1 through 5. You guys in the middle, 6 through, let's do 6 through 8.
We see 6 through 8 on here.
Anyway, 6 through 8, underline positive or negative diction. Okay, so these are words that reveal the author's tone. Does he like something? Does she dislike something? Okay. And then if several lines seem important, just draw a line down the margin and underline, highlight the key phrases. So also look for key phrases. All right, and then finally 9 and 10. Setting, point of view, tone, mood. Okay. And also, in the margin, summarize the main points. Make connections, add in your own commentary, make connections, write reflections, reactions. I won't make you do that at this moment. But, alright, take a minute. I want you to read this poem to yourself. Valentine for Earnest Man. I'll tell you what, I'm going to read it out loud. I want you to follow along with me. While I'm reading out loud, follow along. And if you're doing 1 through 5, then you are underlining setting, things you have questions with, things you find confusing. Yes?
We're 6 through 8.
6th grade here. 6 through 8. 6 through 8.
Talking.
If you're in the middle, you're doing the strange words, so diction and also figurative language. And then this side, summary, setting, tone, mood. See how you can do. Alright, follow along with me. Armed with a pencil. Everyone should have a pencil in your hand. We're going to read this. I want you marking it as we go. Here we go. Valentine for Earnest Man. You can't order a poem like you order a taco.
I like compliments.
Walk up to the counter, say, "I'll take 2," and expect it to be handed back to you on a shiny plate. Still, I like your spirit. Anyone who says, "Here's my address, write me a poem," deserves something in reply. So I'll tell you a secret instead. Poems hide. In the bottoms of our shoes, they are sleeping. They are the shadows drifting across our ceilings the moment before we wake up. What we have to do is live in a way that lets us find them. Once I knew a man who gave his wife 2 skunks for a Valentine. He couldn't understand why she was crying. I thought they had such beautiful eyes. And he was serious. He was a serious man who lived in a serious way. Nothing was ugly just because the world said so. He really liked those skunks. So he reinvented them as Valentines, and they became beautiful, at least to him. And the poems that had been hiding in the eyes of the skunks for centuries crawled out and curled up at his feet. Maybe if we reinvent whatever our lives give us, we find poems. Check your garage, the odd sock in your drawer, the person you almost like but not quite, and let me know. Okay. We have about 2 minutes. I want you to go back through the poem
I'm done.
and see what you would mark. What would you put stars by? What would you put question marks by? What words did you understand? What did you not?